Hey everybody, good morning. I am grading your essays and I just wanted to make a few comments about some things that I saw. And so we're going to watch a video and I'm going to show you a website that I think is going to be really helpful for you. So I'm grading your rough drafts right now, but this is something you're going to want to watch because pretty much all of these comments are going to apply to everybody, I'm sure. Okay, so let me share you my screen and let's go over some stuff together. Let's make sure, yeah, I'm recording. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is this really great resource. Let me find it for you. I used it when I was in graduate school. It's the best thing I've ever found in my entire life, and it's an entire guide on how to do MLA formatting, and it goes over every single possibility as far as research is concerned, like books, internet sources, videos, audio. It even covers things like tweets, which we're not really going to use in this class, but you might use that in the future. So this is the website, and I'll put a link for it for you in Blackboard. You can easily search it by just searching Purdue Online Writing Lab, and it's going to come up with this. So I want to make sure that everybody knows that, yeah, you're making a works cited page. And a works cited page is going to look like this, okay? Because what I'm seeing is, let's say you have all of these sources listed on your works cited page, but when I'm reading your essay, you don't have those cited in the actual text. You know, like in parentheses, you put the last name of the author and then the page number if there is one. I'm not seeing that in a lot of essays. So I know you're getting ideas from these other sources, but you're not citing them. You want to make sure that you're citing a source if it's a quote, which means those are the exact words from the author. You're using those exact same words and you put them in quotation marks. That's a quote. But there's also two other things, and there's something called a summary, which is when you're taking a longer idea from the author and you're basically summarizing it. You're telling us what he or she means, but in a much briefer way. And then there's something called paraphrase, which is really similar to a summary, but it's where you're taking an author's sentence and then you're rewriting it in your own words. You still need to give credit for those instances. You still need to go into the paper and put that author's last name in parentheses and the page number if you have one. And so we're going to look here at a sample paper because this is what I want your essays to look like. And how did I find that? I just clicked over here where it says MLA sample paper. So when it pops out, here you go. And I love this web page. I love this resource because it explains every single thing. So if you're like, why should I do this? Well, it's going to tell you how, okay? It even goes over like what a thesis is. Okay, that big arrow, thesis. Okay. One thing that they do, and I haven't really told you guys how to do this, but they have a page number. They do a header with a page number and they write their last name. And so that way on every single page, they have their last name and their page number. And that would be great if you could do that. But right now I'm really focused on in-text citations. What does this mean? Okay, if we can focus our attention here at the bottom of, let's see what page is that. Well, here, the bottom of page 2. Okay, you'll notice here that this author does have quotation marks because it says one of these improvements was the developments of canals and steamboats, which allows farmers, and then here she puts it in quotations, to sell what has been previously unsellable. This SIC means that the spelling's wrong, but she knows that, but that's the way it was in the book, so that's why she's copying it like that. And then end of quote. And resulted in a quote, new quote, substantial increase in a farmer's ability to earn income. Now, why does she have a farmer's here? Let me see if I can make this bigger for you. Oh, great. That looks good. Okay. Why does she have a farmer's here in in brackets? That's because she added that word. Okay. She added that so it makes sense in the context. But what the citation is, this Dan Hoff, that's the author's last name, and we know it's on page 5. So if we scrolled all the way down to the works cited page, it's going to be at the very bottom. Those are some footnotes. Don't worry about that. Then we'd go here, Dan Hoff. I could go to this book and page 5, and I could find that exact sentence. So if you will go over this, it'll show you, they use, one thing I love about this page is they actually use one source from the most common types of sources. So they'll have websites, they'll have books, they'll have journal articles, they'll have newspaper articles. Anything you might ever run across, they've already used it, and so you can see how to cite that. From what I've seen, you're doing your works cited pages well, probably because you're using works cited engines, which I don't really have a problem with as long as you do it right. But what I am seeing that we're kind of messing up on is our in-text citations. Whenever you borrow from somebody, even if it's not a direct quote, maybe you're borrowing an idea, or you're summarizing, or you're making a paraphrase, you still have to put that author's last name and page number in parentheses. You're like, do I need to write page, like P? I've seen some people write page, and I've seen some people write P and then put the page number. No, you don't. Look, author's last name, and then just write the number, okay? I don't need the year. I don't need where it was published. I don't need any other information except the author's last name and page number. Now you're like, okay, well, that's great, but mine does not have an author. Maybe it just has the title of a news article, and there wasn't an author on it. Then you need to abbreviate the title. You don't have to, if the title is, 50 words long, you don't have to write all of that. Just make it short enough so that way if I go down to your works cited page to find it, it's easy and it's just like common sense. Oh, they're talking about that article. I know. So if there's no author's name, then you're going to put the title of the article in parentheses. And if there's a page number. If there's not a page number, then all I need is the title of the article. I don't need you to give me the website. I don't need you to give me any of that other stuff. So what I would like you to go in and read is, I just clicked on the side toolbar here, MLA in-text citations and basics. I would like you to go over that again, because that's going to show you. A lot of you are visual and you're just going to be able to look at the examples and understand. Some of you will actually need to read. What they'll go over is, what do I do for sources with a known author? That means you know who they are. What about no author? Okay, here we are. They have the title of the article and then the page number. If there's no page number, don't panic. Just give me the title of the article. Now you'll notice here it says impact of global warming. Okay, but then on their works cited page, it's going to say the impact of global warming in North America. That's what they did. They just abbreviated it. They just shortened it a little bit, so they didn't have to write all of that. I have enough sense where I can say impact of global warming is the same source as the impact of global warming in North America. Okay, I got that. So go through and have a look at this. So far, you guys are doing a really great job. I'm going to keep reviewing your rough drafts, but I would rather just make one comment, at a time, like for everybody, than have to do it 20 different times. And then I want to go over one more thing and show you. Well, I'll post a video in Blackboard that I want you to watch, and you guys can watch that at your own time. But it's about making topic sentences, because every sentence has to have a topic. Every paragraph has to have a topic sentence. A topic sentence is the first sentence of the paragraph, and it's basically the main idea. It's what the paragraph is going to be about. And then after that, you have supporting details that prove that that topic sentence is true. And so we need to make sure we have those in every paragraph. So I'll post the link. You guys check out this website, and I will continue grading your essays.